First at 6, just as we're nearing the end of the finish line for new zoning rules in Austin, a long-ignored complaint now threatens to derail everything. It comes ahead of a critical vote. KXAN investigator Kylie McGivern joins us with an in-depth look at why one group calls the current makeup of Austin's Planning Commission illegal. Kylie?
Yes, Sydney, what we're talking about here is there are 13 voting members on the Planning Commission, including 4 architects, 2 engineers who work in land development, and a nonprofit real estate developer. They all sit on the council-appointed commission. That's 7 people with connections to real estate and land development. But the city charter, which voters approved, says there should only be 4 members with those ties. The complaint is detailed in a letter written to the district attorney more than 4 months ago, but Fred Lewis says he's been sounding the alarm for years.
If they wanted to fix it, they would have.
Fred Lewis first brought concerns about the Planning Commission to council members 3 years ago.
The most significant thing it will have done in the last 30 years is its recommendations on Code Next. And yet they're illegally constituted and they're dominated by developers.
People Lewis says could stand to gain in Code Next because of that connection to the industry. He says, yeah, he's not a big fan of the latest draft of the Land Development Code, but that's not the point. What is your biggest fear with this not being fixed?
It is possible that every action they take regarding Code Next is voidable, in other words, not valid. So we will have wasted $8.5 million of consultant time, thousands of dollars of staff time, and going to have to start over.
It's an issue we brought to Councilmember Leslie Poole and asked what happens if the Planning Commission's work isn't valid.
But I honestly don't know, and I think we need to get the answer, a clear answer to that question.
Because that could totally impact the timeline of Code Next, couldn't it?
Yes. Not to mention any number of zoning cases that they've ruled on in the last couple of years.
Poole tells us she plans to press the city's legal department for answers about how they can remove current commissioners to fix this, and how soon. Did you know there was a limit on how many people in the field could be on this commission?
Until I was elected, no.
But Poole was elected back in 2015.
I know from my perspective, I was hoping it would be addressed internally through the appointments process.
She says now it's time.
I wish that this hadn't happened. I just want to do it and get it done correctly.
We asked the city who is responsible for making sure the charter is followed. Here's the response, saying it's up to council members to interpret who is eligible to serve on boards and commissions. Those appointments, something the Charter Review Commission actually plans to take up tonight. The city is aware of the complaint to the DA, and we are still waiting on a response from that office. Sydney?
All right, Kylie, thank you. The Planning Commission is expected to give a recommendation on Code Next in May. The council plans to take it up this summer.